Thank you. Okay, Victoria, please.
Okay, we're Canterbury Community Garden Association. Can I stand and talk? Is he going to be able to hear? Yep.
Sit there next to Yanni if you like, because that microphone will work.
We love Yanni. You have to speak into the mic.
It's going to start wandering up and down. So Christchurch has the most community gardens than anywhere in the country. And that's for lots of different reasons, but the one I think is because Christchurch City Council have supported gardens being established in parks and public spaces. And we're going to speak to some of the drops in funding and all the things that support us to do our work, but one of the main things that I think that we'd like to see you continue doing is supporting communities to have access to land in public spaces to grow food. Not just access to land, but the infrastructure that supports them to do so. It's access to water, access to toilets. As our city intensifies, we have less and less backyards. Oh, a minute. Sorry, Rachel would like to speak on all the developments the community garden has made in the last.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Lovely to see some familiar faces. I've met a number of you before. I'm Rachel Vogan, and in the past 3 years, I've been the capacity builder for the CCGA. And part of that role came out of some funding and really well-needed support from the council. So thank you very much for that. What we've been able to do in that 3 years is we have doubled the amount of community gardens we have regionally. So we went from about 30, and we now connect with over 70. And that's community gardens, food forests, orchards, all sorts of different community spaces. And what we find in these gardens is that we're investing in people. We're investing in the outdoors, and we're not necessarily investing financially, but we're investing in the people that we meet and connect with. We've got a massive, massive problem with food sovereignty within our city. And what we find with the gardens is that if you go along and do a bit of mahi, you might in return get some produce. But then it also fosters people at home to share their excess produce with their neighbour. And as a society, we've really started to see this isolation, people operating in isolation. So the community connection we get through the gardens is phenomenal. So the support we have received through Strengthening Communities and the Sustainability Fund has enabled us to grow dramatically. And I'd really like to encourage you to keep supporting us so we can keep doing this. We really are the exemplar for the nation. This morning I had a lady on the phone from Massey University, and they want to understand how our growth has managed to be so significant. Last year we received 250 fruit trees from a commercial nursery, and they were excess products, so we were able to plant those trees in our city. I got a message from her yesterday saying, "Hey Rach, do you fancy any more fruit trees?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. How many you got, bro?" Like, it's kind of like that. People have called me the professional beggar. And that's because we're able to facilitate this, because we've got someone looking after this. So I'm going to pass over because I could rave about it for ages.
Hello everyone. The Strengthening Community Fund has been really beneficial for the CCGA capacity builder role. This is Rachel's amazing work, which supports all of our 70 community gardens. And this fund also plays a huge role in the success of many of our individual gardens and all the vital work we do in strengthening our communities. So big thanks for that.
Kia ora, ko Vic toko ingoa. I was recently involved in a project installing water tanks in the Linwood Community Gardens. The majority of this project was funded by the Council's Sustainability Fund. This was a small grant that has had a huge impact on the community. It not only reduces the garden's water consumption, it also has been a wonderful opportunity for learning and teaching the school and community groups that access the gardens about water security, where our water comes from, ways to conserve and capture it, and how we can use that to grow our own food. And this has had a lasting impact on young people. This is just one of the many awesome community-led projects supported by the Sustainability Fund. that works towards our collective climate resilience goals, all for a relatively small cost to the council. The CCGA hopes the fund can continue for years to come.
Kia ora, everybody. It's my job to say thank you.
And a wonderful job you've done too.
Thank you. I think I've been involved in community gardening since it was first called the Organic Garden City Trust back in Rod Donald's day. And I have to say, over those years, the council, the community boards and the council staff have been so supportive. We couldn't have grown to connecting with 670 gardens without your help. And we'd like to make sure that that help prevails. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Joyce, please.